Hello everyone, welcome to day 12th of July Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is isomorphic string. In this question we are given two strings S and T, and we need to determine whether they are isomorphic in nature or not. The definition of isomorphic is as follows. Two strings S and T are isomorphic if the character in S can be replaced to get the target string T. Let's try and understand it by an example. The input string that is given to us is egg, and the target string that is given to us as add. So if you replace E by A and G by D, you'll be able to update S into T, and therefore you return the answer as true. Similarly, let's try and take another example. We have foo as the input string S and target string is bar. So if you replace F by B, then the first character place is filled. If you replace O by A, then it's still good, and then again we have another O, and we have to replace it by A only, because in the past we have already replaced O with A. So that doesn't make an appropriate condition for isomorphic strings, since O can be consumed only once. Therefore we have to return false. So let's just try and look at the algorithm, the presentation that I have created for this, and let's get started. Isomorphic strings lead code 205, and let's take the same example that was specified in the question. We have the input string as egg and the output string or the target string as add. So let's go one by one. The first thing that we are going to do is to check whether E has been mapped in the past or not, and E has not been mapped. So what we are going to do, we'll map E to A. So E gets mapped to A. We'll create a map of character comma character, and the first one would be the key, the input character that you are mapping. The second one would be the output character that you are mapping, and this means that E is already mapped to A. Let's continue the process. Next we have is G. G is not also part of this map, so we are good to go, and we'll add in the map G entry as well. G maps to D, so this gets added. The next character that we have is G, and we will check whether it is part of the map or not. It is already part of that map, and we will try to extract the value where it is targeted to. So it is targeted to D, and the one that we are targeting here is also D. So that means we are consistent, and we will continue the process. Had it been any other character such as F, then the target character here would have been different from what was already part of the map D. It's a mismatching case, and you cannot map two G's to one with D and one with F. Therefore the isomorphic condition hold false, and we need to return false in that case. I hope you understood this logic of mapping a single character to multiple target characters. That is not a valid condition. Let's try and understand another test case. Here we have E, D and C as the input string. The target string that is given to us as A, D and A. So let's try and go by the same approach. We have E as the first character, and it should be targeted to A. The map is empty. The map gets E and A as the first entry. Let's continue the process. We have D, and the target character of D is D same. So we will add D to the map, since D was not part of the map. Next we have is C. C also maps to A, and we have already utilized A in the past. So you cannot map two different characters to the same entry. So just understand this logic, that two different S characters should not map to the same target character. Also, the second condition is, if a single character in S is to map to two different characters in T, if that is the dependency that is getting formed, that a single character in S is to be mapped to two different characters in T, then we have to return false in those cases. Previous was that example, this one, where we were trying to map a single character in S, which is G, to two different characters D and F, and we had to return false in that case. Here we talked about this particular condition where two different characters in S were tending to be mapped to same character in T. If you are able to identify these two conditions, you will be able to solve this question. Without much ado, let's look at the coding part and everything will be crystal clear there. Here, the first thing that I have done is to define two maps, S, the input string S to target T string map, and the other way out, the input string as T to the target string as S map, both in both the directions. And even before defining these two maps, I should check if the length of my target string is not equal to that of the input string. There is no way they are isomorphic. I have to return false in that case. Going further, I have written a for loop here, and I start iterating in this for loop character by character. I extract the S character from the S string. I extract the T character from the T string. The first thing that I'm gonna do is to check whether the S character is already part of the ST map. If it is, I will get that character from the ST map, and I'll check whether the intended target character is equal to the current target character or not. If it is not equal, I'll return false, because we are trying to form the equation where a single character in S is being targeted to two different characters in T. Similarly, let's do it for the second case. I check whether the target character is already part of the TS map. If it is part of the TS map, I extract that corresponding value from that map, and I check what was the target S character in that map. If these are different, then I return false. Otherwise, I update these two maps with the appropriate values. In ST map, I put S character comma T character. In TS map, I put T character comma S character. Once the iteration is done and none of those conditions are met, that makes it a negative case, I simply return true as the answer. Let's try this up. Accepted. What is the time complexity of this approach? The time complexity is order of n, where n signifies the length of the string S or T. I hope you enjoyed today's session. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for viewing it and have a great day ahead. Also,
Stay tuned for more updates. I'll see you tomorrow.